Hi everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. I am Amy and this is Neurotic Mom Bakes. We are in full swing autumn mode here, and the fall flavors are my absolute favorite, and I'm so excited for what I have planned for the next few months. So we're gonna get started with some good old-fashioned pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. These are really easy to make and don't take a lot of time, and they taste so good. Okay, so we're gonna start with 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar and a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And to that, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. There we go. And I'm going to mix this up, cream it all together. Okay, once that starts coming together, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. You can also use canola oil, that will work. Then I'm gonna crack 1 egg and add that. And then I'm going to measure out 1 cup of pureed pumpkin. Also, don't forget that I always put the written recipe in the description box below each video. In the grams conversion is below, and then the cups and teaspoons version pops up throughout the video. So I do have the written recipes if you like to see it written down or if you want to write it down yourself. Okay, so I'm adding 1 cup of pumpkin puree. And turn this on low. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, now we're ready for our dry ingredients, which are 2 1/4 cups of flour, and then in here I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/2 teaspoon each of ginger and cloves. I'm going to add that in with my flour. Get that combined. And just before it's all mixed in, we're gonna fold in some chocolate chips. I'm actually gonna do the rest of this by hand. Oh, and it already smells so good with the pumpkin and the spices. You could add pecans or walnuts to this if you wanted. You could leave out the chocolate chips and just do pumpkin. That would be really good. I'm adding about 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then I'm just gonna fold those in and make sure I get everything off the bottom. Okay, this is a really wet dough, and it does better slightly chilled. You can put them in right away, but they will spread a little bit more than I like. I like a more thick, fluffy cookie. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this with some plastic and stick it in the fridge for about 1/2 hour. All right, my pumpkin chocolate chip cookie dough has been chilling in the fridge for about 1/2 hour, and I'm ready to scoop it out onto my cookie sheets. I like to line them with parchment paper. However, you can use some cooking spray. That works just fine. And then I just like to use an ice cream scoop to scoop it out onto the parchment. Okay, So this will go in a 350-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. You want to pull it out just as the edges are getting barely brown and the middle looks just set. They will continue to cook on the cookie sheet, so don't let them sit in there too long or the bottoms will get burnt. Okay, my pumpkin chocolate chip cookies are all done. They're out of the oven. They're nice and thick and fluffy, perfect texture, perfect flavor. Make sure you give them a try. Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more tutorials and recipes like this.